Hello, 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 everybody. We are going to start with the basics of automobile engineering. So here is we go. So the word automobile is derived from two words. First is auto and second is mobile. When I say auto, auto means self and mobile is the word which is derived from the Latin word which is mobilis, which means mobility. Thus the automobile is the self-propelling device which is also mobile, and this self-propelling device can be used for movement of persons from one place to another. In earlier or in ancient period, people used to roam, people used to move from one place to another. They used to go on horse, they used to go on bullock, they used to go on zebra. In a tundra region, they used to go on a reindeer. They also used dogs for their carts. So animal power of animals was used for their movement, because man himself is a very idle person. Thereafter, due to the research in the 18th century, the steam engine which was brought by James Watt, which set up an industrial revolution, and thereby the steam engines were brought up, which drove the vehicles. Then came the electric motors. Then finally, IC engines came up and they dominated the race. So car actually was used by only rich people. So there was an opportunity in US what Henry Ford thought, and he produced a factory line production of the cars, and the automobile became a people's car. The development automobile was done with a number of consideration. Today also, number of considerations are used while designing an automobile. The very first condition for an automobile is the comfort. Just compare. If you are traveling with the bullock on the bullock car and you are traveling on the Mercedes Benz, where you get a comfort more? Obviously, you get comfort more on Mercedes Benz. So, what is the cost of bullock car? The cost of bullock cars is less, and the cost of the Mercedes Benz car is very high. So, very high means, see, when something is giving you comfort, a higher comfort, so they say that, so researchers all over the world, they agree with the point that as we are increasing, the automobile was devised actually to increase the comfort level of people. Then see, we wanted to carry two persons, we wanted to carry four persons, we wanted to carry hundreds of persons. So then came the concept of power. We need to increase the power. So automobiles have been designed to increase the power. Thereafter, see, now there were number of companies which brought up their vehicles. Now how to just judge which is better? Which is better? Then all the vehicles used fuel. So the vehicle which has got a better fuel economy was considered to be best. So the automobiles design criteria included fuel economy. Then, so people traveled, earlier automobiles had got speed of 20, 30, 40, it raised around 100, 200 kilometers per hour, 250 kilometers per hour. So speed was also one of the criteria for a design of automobile. So as the speed increased, there ought to be some accidents. The persons, the users who were using the automobile, they were subjected to accidents and number of times to deaths also. So therefore, so designers ought to look for the safety features, design for safety features inside the car. So then came what I told you, that the seat belts, the airbags. So all these were used to add safety features to the car. So then again, from a designer point of view, does he feel comfortable while driving? So then came the ergonomic consideration. And there were also persons who were looking at the car. See, you can see the very first car. You can see the very first car over here. This car over here. How this car looks, and you say, see how this car looks. These two cars, they are quite different because their aesthetic look is different. So this aesthetic also has been a design which comes under development of the automobiles. So as these cars, all these cars were driven. So you have what? So they use the hydrocarbons. They use the hydrocarbons. So these hydrocarbons, if they are burnt, they are burnt, they are burnt with oxygen. So the end product should have been, the end product should have been H2O. End product should have been the H2O and CO2 and C CO2. But if we see the end products nowadays are not only the carbon dioxide and water. We have got the unburnt hydrocarbons, what I'm telling you, UBSC. You have got nitrogen oxides which are coming outside. You have got sulfur oxides which are coming outside, and we all also had the carbon monoxides, COX. So NOx, COA, SOx, COX, unburnt hydrocarbons, these are leading to pollution. So therefore, nowadays we have got stringent limits, stringent conditions, stringent norms for the emission, which limits what should be your carbon monoxide percentage, what should be your nitrogen oxide percentage, what should be your sulfur dioxide oxides combinations, what should be your unburnt hydrocarbons carbons combinations which is coming out of your vehicle. So the automobiles, the future automobiles designers have to look for the emission norms as well. Again, people wanted the increase of the value. So when whenever anything is valuable, that means it has got number of uses. So people wanted that, yes, I should have my luggage. I should fit my luggage in the car. Luggage in the car. I wanted luggage in the fit all my luggage into car. So we wanted the luggage space. They wanted to have bottles placed. Bottles placed. They wanted that there should be stand for their laptops. There they wanted that the dashboards should have arrangement to keep the cup of tea. So what for what? So if you are getting all these things in a car, we say that you are increasing the value of the car. But however, when all these things are increased, you are increase the value, so costing increases. But however, engineers again strive for reducing the cost to keep their company at the competitive mode. So this was the another kind of, so engineers nowadays go for the reduction in cost also. Then users who are actually working, who are actually driving the car should be put under ease. They should be comfortable while driving. So again, so you are when you are see you are driving means what you are doing, you are having the that is gearless cars, ease of driving, no need of just that is pressing the your clutch, getting the gear change and all that. Only you just press the accelerator, your work is done. That is ease, what is called as ease of driving. Then again, people wanted, let's say I have purchased, I have bought the car, I want low maintenance of the car. So engineers nowadays has to look for all these norms before designing an engine. Now let us look what is an automobile and what are the different combinations, what are the different systems in automobile. The different systems in the automobile are, so number one is the chassis, which is the framework on which all the components are mounted. Then see, we want to move on, so we need power. So power, there should be one power generation unit. There should be power generation unit, which is engine. Power generation unit is engine. Then this power, this power from the engine has to be transmitted to the wheels. So power transmission system has to be there, which consists of the clutch, the gearbox, the propeller shaft, the differential, the axle shaft, and finally the wheels. That is a power transmission system. So apart from three, there are another systems which are present in the car. So they are the suspension system, because the roads are not plain. See, the roads are bumpy. I say bumpy. They have got potholes. So we need to have proper suspension. Design of suspension system is also one of the aspect a mechanical engineer should know. Design of the suspension system. Then another system is steering. So we need to steer the car, because again roads are not straight. So there is the roads are, they are curvy. They are curvy. They are upside down. So for all this, you have got left turn, you have got right turn. You have to steer the vehicle. You have to steer the vehicle. That is, so steering system is essential. Steering system, design of proper steering system essential. Then you have got, see, we have got an engine which is producing power, no doubt, but it becomes hot. That has to be cooled on. So we have got, when I say we have got a proper cooling system. So any car, if you look, any car, if you look, so this car, if you just see this portion at front end, this is the front end. Generally, we have got a radiator. Radiator is a cooling system, a heat exchanger, which cools down the coolant which is moving inside the engine. Then in the engine again, see, in the engine, lubricating oil is moving, because all the parts are moving against each other. There is a friction. So we need to minimize the friction. For what? For the system you are sending the lubricating oil. So lubrication system has to be there. Then charging, that is, you have to send, you have to prepare air fuel mixture. That is called as charging. The air fuel mixture has to be prepared inside the cylinder or outside the cylinder. So if it is a carburetor based system, you are preparing that air fuel mixture outside the engine. But if it is a diesel engine, we are using the fuel injectors and preparing the charge inside the cylinder itself. Then another system, that is air conditioning. So again, the temperature is very hot, temperature is very cold, but the persons inside, he is sitting inside the car, should feel comfort. That's why the air conditioning system is there. Then we have got number of electrical gadgets. Your headlights are there. Then your speedometer is there. Your every all systems, some systems are electronic, some systems are electrical. So all these systems design has to be proper to make the automobile attractive. In recent times, if you see, recent times you see, they are also adding a computer inbuilt inside the car. Again, you must have heard that the new trials of driverless cars. So driverless cars means it has got no driver. Instead of what is there, instead you have got, that is, you have got a car. You sit inside the car. You just give the map. You just turn out the map where you have to go. You just strike out the location, and the driverless car will take you to that location. So these cars have been tested, tried by various companies such as Google, Tesla, Toyota, all they are trying. Apart from this, the development which is just coming nowadays, the battery powered vehicles. But I go further, not only battery powered vehicles, but the most of the other companies, they are also going for now the various hybrid mode, the solar powered mode, the compressed air mode, and lastly the fuel cell vehicles. The cell vehicles, these are going to dominate in next 10 to 15 years. So there are, what I believe is that there are new challenges in the design of vehicles, and the new engineers, so they should be well versed with all such design criteria. Okay, so that's all of the